Hello, this is Tim Meyer at Whitmore. I'm the process engineer in charge of installing the automation that you're about to see. Up until about 2 years ago, none of our mixers were automated. As you can see now, all of our mixers are on this automation, as well as our outdoor storage tanks, our charging system, and the utilities. I'd like to show you Mixer 15 first. Mixer 15 is where we manufacture our base grease. If an operator wanted to increase the temperature prior to 2 years ago, he'd have to go to the hot oil supply system, open up the valve manually, watch as the temperature gauge were to increase, and stop the valve as soon as he felt like it was the right temperature. Not anymore. Today he uses a temperature control set point. So he selects temp control, he tells it what temperature he wants to go to, and he selects start. The computer system takes over from there. The computer system will adjust the valve, allowing the hot oil system to come in and stop the valve as soon as the temperature reaches its set point. We get a lot of other information off this screen as well, such as the pressure that the vessel may be under, the weight inside of the mixer, the rate at which the temperature is changing, the speed at which the agitator is spinning, and the position of any of the other valves. So after we manufacture the base, we send it to a mixer like Mixer 12. At Mixer 12, this is where the material will begin to start cooling down. Mixer 12 is specially designed for grease. We have a sweeping blade and an inner agitator. During normal processing, that valve will be open, the pump will start, and the system will constantly be circulating. But the operator doesn't have to worry about which valves to open, what to start the pump at, or anything like that. He has the operations over here on the side. So whenever he wants to start filling, he selects a transfer button, selects that he wants it to fill, tells it at what pressure set point, and again it goes. Before this, the operators would have to go manually open up the valves again to the cooling system to start cooling down. He'd have to open up the valves and a bypass to set the pressure going into the mill. None of that is applicable anymore. All of this is controlled by the computer system. I think one of the biggest changes that we've seen over the last couple of years is the bulk charging system. So we have big tanks outside that hold our base oils. And these big tanks used to be charged in through what we call the volume meter. So we had a series of hoses that would select the source, and hopefully the operator would get it right on the destination and he'd charge the oil through. Not anymore. When the operator wants to select a mixer that he needs a charge to, he selects that mixer, he selects the charge, he goes through and sees what source he wants. So the last charge they made was B0819 to mixer 22, and he selects start. He tells it what set point of pounds he needs, he tells it the flow rate it needs to go through, and he just selects start, and the valves open up in the right position. The meter zeroes itself out and counts as much as goes by. This control valve here limits the flow. So as the charge is getting closer to its set point, that control valve starts to close and it gets us dead on accurate. So after the control valve finishes its sequence, the rest of it's purged into the tank. So that's the bulk charging system. We also have the utilities, so the hot oil system, the cooling system, the rail asphalt pumps, any of the engineering nodes that we need to go to. So if I were to tell you the next steps, it would be electronic batch tickets. Electronic batch tickets are very important to our facility. Electronic batch tickets will be pre-programmed by engineers, so every step will be programmed into the automation system. So any manual steps that would come up, the operators will be notified as to when to add that material. But for the most part, the temperature set points, the bulk charges, the agitation rates, the pressures on the mill, everything would already be pre-programmed, reducing any variation that we have in our products. So that's the automation system. I'm very excited that I was able to share that with you today. I hope you got something from it, and if you have any questions, certainly let me know. Thanks again. Bye.